Hello there, ladies and gents, and welcome to the ACN Opportunity presentation. The first thing that I'm going to do is play a very short video just to introduce the concept of network marketing and to show you how ACN fits into that. So enjoy.
The world is changing faster than ever. What used to take decades is now taking years or even months.
What you see right now is the illusion that people have had for many decades about the workplace being this secure place to work the rest of your life.
For the first time in the history of our nation, our children will not do as well as us.
We've seen our friends get laid off, we've been laid off, we've had our pay cut.
People are overworked and underpaid. They seem to have less time and less freedom. They live under constant pressure.
This is going to be forced. And so even if your employer loves you, they may have to cut you.
There's something wrong that on Monday morning, the heart attack rate increases by 35%.
Technology is accelerating, job security is declining. It just doesn't seem like the old models of making a living are as reliable as they used to be.
Every aspect of our lives, there's a better way out there, but we're still doing it the old way.
We live in the greatest country on the planet, and there are a lot of people sitting around complaining and being cynical.
Like everyone's whining about this old model, and I'm like, why don't you leave it? Look at all this over here. Look at all this opportunity.
Since so much of our lives revolve around our work and the way we make our living, many people are thinking there just has to be a better way.
The biggest challenge facing our world today is not making money, is what are we going to do with all the displaced, unemployed people?
People are afraid that they're going to make the wrong decision. People are afraid of the unknown. People are afraid that maybe I don't have the skills.
Hey, sports fans, industrial age is over. It's dead. It's dying. That's why going to school to get a job is an obsolete idea. A steady paycheck is an industrial age idea.
Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah. And if it's good, I won't even worry anymore. Took all my cares, still can kick them all out the door. Go on and try, come and tell me what you're waiting for. Move and keep them going till your life is overflowing, yeah. I do a dance of victory. Cause now I'm living good, no I'm not living like I used to be. Now talk about things, talk about my mind. Now I'm standing up on top of the world tonight. And everything's working out just right. And while the world is spinning, it's a brand new beginning, and I'm finally winning. Hey, so take it up, take it over, take it out of control today and free my soul. And now you got me singing, oh, 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 oh.
So, let's talk about a very important disclaimer before we move on. No compensation is earned at ACN unless customers are acquired. What does this mean? Just like in any business, without any customers being acquired, there's no money made. And success as an ACN independent business owner is not guaranteed, but directly related to an individual's specific efforts. In other words, whatever you put in is in direct relation to what you will get back out. So, let's talk a little bit about the company. The name is ACN. That stands for All Communications Network. Now today ACN is recognized as the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy and other essential services. This is not a new company. It's not something that we're testing or trialing. We've been around for 25 years. We're in 25 countries and we've acquired millions of customers around the world. Now let's talk a little bit about the scale of the company. Now today ACN actually has 9 international headquarters that are strategically placed on 4 different continents around the globe. These are the 4 ACN co-founders. They started the company in 1993 and they're still in charge 25 years later. Now let's talk about the products and the services that ACN has to offer. Now ACN is in 3 main industries: health and wellness, personal care, and the essential services. Now I'm going to speak about each of the industries and what ACN does within them. Now, ACN actually owns a health and wellness company called Benevita. They do different types of healthy lifestyle regime products. For example, nutritional shakes, protein snacks, and vitamin capsules as well. Now, as I mentioned, ACN is also in the personal care industry, and we do different types of hair care and skincare. Now, the backbone of ACN is in essential services. Now, ACN is in partnership with a number of different companies that provide services that people need and use every single day. Services such as mobile, fixed line, broadband television and phone, long distance calling, home security, as well as energy as well. Now let's move on and speak about ACN's unique business model. Now you may have never heard of ACN before. The reason is they don't do traditional forms of advertising. So they cut out things such as media advertising, internet marketing, and mass mailing. And very, very simply, they spread their business via word of mouth. So ACN is a social marketing company. Now let's talk about the different ways that you can earn money in ACN. Now there's 4 different categories that you can get compensated, and each and every single one of them is surrounded around the concept of acquiring customers. Now the first way that you can get paid is known as customer bonuses. Now these can change month to month. Now we are working with a number of different companies where you can earn upfront bonuses for acquiring customers. For example, this month with LSI Energy, for every 2 new customers, you receive a bonus of £100. With First Utility this month, for every 3 new customers, you will receive a bonus of £100. So there are individuals that may get 3 customers in a day, they may get 3 customers in a week, or 3 customers in a month. It just depends on the individual specific efforts. For every 3 customers, as I mentioned, you receive a bonus of £100. Now another example is our mobile partnership with Joy Telecom. They're a company that ACN owns, and they actually provide SIM cards, and they use the same network as the 3 network. Now one of the most competitive deals is $21.99, gives you unlimited minutes, unlimited texts, and 16 gigabytes of data. Now for every 4 customers that you connect with Joy, you receive a bonus of £200. Now we also work with a company called Verisure Smart Alarms. They're one of Europe's leading home and commercial security providers, and they do smart alarm technology. Now for each new customer, you receive a bonus of £50. Now let's talk about the personal commissions. This is the second way that you can get compensated within ACN. Now how does it work? This is known as residual income, the idea that you do something once and you get paid again and again and again. Now every time that you acquire a customer with ACN, they are going to be paying a bill. Now every single month when they pay the bill for that essential service, you can receive up to 10% of the commissionable value of that service. Now with the products, i.e. health and wellness and personal care, you will make 20% of the retail profit for every sale that you do. Now to keep it super simple, the more customers you acquire, the more residual income that you will have. Now let's talk about the next way that we get paid, which is team commissions. This is known as distribution, franchising, and this allows you to leverage your efforts. Now you get involved in ACN, let's say that you get 20 personal customers. You will now be getting paid for those 20 personal customers for the duration in which they use their service. That's fantastic. Now how about getting paid on thousands and thousands of customers? Now the idea of acquiring thousands of customers may be daunting on your own, but how about if you were to acquire thousands of customers through a distribution? So let's use a hypothetical example. Let's say you get involved in ACN. Initially, you just introduce 2 people to the concept and they go on to do exactly the same thing. They acquire 20 personal customers each. You will now be getting paid on an additional 40 customers even though you didn't acquire them. And the concept moves so on and so forth. So let's say as an example that you were to have 256 business partners within your distribution. You don't need to invite 256. You can invite 2 that will go on to do the same thing. Now, if each and every single individual acquired 20 personal customers, you would be overriding on just over 5,000 customers. And you can see examples here of the monthly income that you would receive if the customers were services such as gas and electricity, or if they were products in the health and wellness and personal care range. So let's talk about how you actually get started with ACN. Now the startup cost is £489. What this gives you is a personalized online shop. This is hosted and updated daily. You also get a business starter kit, which contains all the marketing information that you need so that you can fully understand the ACN opportunity. You'll be provided with free training and support. You acquire customers and ACN does the rest. Now, you can get a 7-day free trial when you get started with ACN. This allows you to try out the opportunity without having to invest £489. If you like the opportunity, after 7 days, you have the option where you can pay the startup cost and become an ACN independent business owner. If you think it's not for you at any time during the 7 days, you can cancel and you haven't lost anything. So let's talk about the final way that you can get paid in ACN, which is known as team building bonuses. Now, there are different positions within the ACN compensation plan, from TT or team trainer to SVP or senior vice president. Now, you can work your way up through the compensation plan dependent upon the amount of customers that you have within your organization. Now, the first position is qualified team trainer or QTT. To achieve this position, you need to personally acquire 6 customer points. This is the equivalent of having around 3 customers. You can even become a customer yourself. Now, the next position is executive team trainer. Now, to achieve this position, you need 20 points, whether it be personally or through a distribution. Now, the positions continue, and as you move up the compensation plan, you are eligible to earn more income. So for me personally, I became a team coordinator or TC after 9 months, and that was the position that, due to the production that I had, I started making over 5 figures on a monthly basis. Today, I'm an RVP or regional vice president with ACN. That took me 2.5 years to achieve. Now, this position allowed me to have financial freedom, time and money combined. It allowed me to help other individuals to achieve the same thing, and it also really developed me as a person. Now, when you become an RVP or regional vice president, ACN recognizes you at one of their international training events. I'm going to show you a video of when I became an RVP with ACN.
And now we have the honor of promoting 2 people to the position of Regional Vice President this afternoon. Before ACN, this gentleman was a medical doctor, but was looking to enhance his quality of life. With a strong desire to do something entrepreneurial, he felt intuitively that he could build a successful business with ACN. Amazed at the potential the company had in the attractive compensation plan, he knew that he had found the perfect platform to achieve his objectives. In 2016, he appeared within the top 5 regional directors for team trainer production, a true champion. Please help me promote to the position of Regional Vice President, James Selou.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. First things first, I want to take a moment to really thank the ACN co-founders for really creating an incredible platform for any single individual to become successful in. Thank you so much. Secondly, I want to thank 2 of my biggest inspirations. These are 2 individuals that really sacrificed everything so that their children could have the life they never could. It wasn't possible for them to be here today, but it's because of them that I'm here now. They've always supported me, never doubted me once, and I just want to let them know, I love you, that's my parents, thank you. Thirdly, I want to thank a special group of individuals. These are individuals that came into my life and really blessed me. They started off as business partners, turned into friends, and I really consider them like family. I want each and every single one of them to know this is not my recognition, this is our recognition. I really couldn't have done it without them. And I just want to name that group. That's FLN, Future Lifestyle Network. My name is Dr. James Selu. I grew up in West London and I moved to Manchester to train to become a doctor. I spent 6 years at university and I honestly had the time of my life, and I then experienced working 60 to 80 hours a week in a busy hospital. I have so much love and respect for medical professions all around the world and the things that they do and the sacrifices they make on a daily basis. It's a very challenging profession, but a very rewarding profession at the same time. One thing that being a doctor has really taught me is the two most important things are time and health. Growing up, I really believed that time is money, but today I understand time is not money. Money you can make and lose doing anything, but time is something that you can never get back. And I remember when I saw the ACN opportunity, I was so desperate for time. Time is something that I really struggled with in my personal life and my professional life, and time is something that really challenged my family. And when I saw the ACN opportunity on the 6th of February 2014, I said, this makes sense, but I have no time and I'm way too busy. And my mentor said, how long do you want to have that problem? And I really had to take a look at what I was doing and really assess if I was ever going to have free time. So I decided to get involved with the company, but still I doubted myself, and I said to my mentor, I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know if it can work for me. And he said, James, I can help you. So I decided to follow this individual because he was someone that was focused not on problems, but focused on solutions. But still I had no idea what kind of a company I was in until I came to an international event just like this in Barcelona 2014, and I was instantly robbed of any excuse as to why I couldn't become successful. So we decided to go back to the UK and really build, and we really got to work. But there were so many people that were negative, so many people that were critical, and there were so many people that said we were crazy. But for me, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again by expecting something different. Today, I really understand one of the main reasons most people are not successful is because they take advice from the wrong individuals. One of the philosophies of the company that I love is that our best way of thinking has got us to where we are. And if we want something different, we need to trust someone else's way of thinking who has that. And today, I'm so grateful to be a part of this company. And I studied so many successful mentors. And one of my favorite mentors said a story about a dog on a nail. And it really stuck with me, and the moral of the story is that until the pain of staying the same outweighs the pain of change, then you'll never change. And I remember we were building the business and I was so anxious to change my circumstances, but I really wasn't anxious to change myself. And today I really understand that you need to work on yourself more than you work on your business. So we really developed, we really grew, and we started to attract better people to our organization. There were so many ups and downs and there were so many challenges, but the truth is this: without a test, there is no testimonial. There were so many individuals that will look at an opportunity just like this and they'll say it's not for me. And here's the thing, I agree with them, because I look back and I think of all the times that my parents and my family did so many things that were not for them. It was so their children could have a better future, but not once did they say this is not for me. And today I really understand that to become successful in anything, you need to have a purpose greater than yourself. One of the most challenging times when we were working so hard but we couldn't get the results for the team, I received a call from the co-founders and they said, what got you here won't get you there. And I realized we had to grow more, we had to work on ourselves. And I flew out to an American convention and I met with these individuals, and it was at that moment I knew I was at home. I realized the leadership, the integrity, and the values that these men held, and I knew that I could trust my family's future with these individuals. This company has completely changed my life. It's given me complete time freedom. It's allowed me to develop. It's allowed me to understand the value of people, and it's given me complete financial independence. For those of you that are seeing this for the first time, understand one thing. The company that you're looking at today, it represents an idea, a platform. It represents hope, possibility, and freedom. You're looking at a company that puts its people first. You're looking at a company today in a world that's so divided that doesn't look at race, doesn't look at religion, doesn't look at gender, doesn't look at background. My vision for the future is to help as many people as possible and to add as much value into other people's lives. I want to travel to lesser fortunate countries and practice medicine on a volunteer basis to give back to those who aren't as fortunate. My father's someone that I really look up to, and I know that's close to his heart. For those of you that are struggling, just understand that your destination is great, and if it's not great now, it just means you haven't arrived at your destination. For anyone that's losing belief, just understand, we believe in you, and I believe with everything in me that the best is yet to come for you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to hear your stories. God bless.
So, the final slide for me is the most important. This is about the training and the support. Now, when I got involved in ACN, I'd never done anything like this before. My biggest concern was, how am I going to do this? Now, you get taught and trained and mentored, and you can actually really fully understand how to acquire customers, how to use your online shop, and how to build a team during the first 7 days. So you're in business for yourself, but never ever by yourself. So we have local events, regional events, and even international events where the video that you saw previously was filmed. So thank you so much for taking your time to have a look at the presentation. Please connect back with me, whether it's via WhatsApp, phone call, email, or on social media, and I can answer any questions that you may have.